Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's very hard puzzle. And it's called Poles Apart by Agent Tallcat. I'm not sure who that is. It's basically either Agent or Tallcat, I'm guessing. Anyways, let's get to the rules. We have normal chaos construction rules apply, which means each row, each column, and each region must contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. And regions are orthogonally connected and must be determined by the solver. Now, what does it mean to be orthogonally connected? It means that you can go from any cell in the region to any other cell in the region just by going through edges, all while staying within the region. So this is an example of a valid orthogonally connected region because we have 9 cells in the region. And to get from any cell in the region to any other cell in the region, you can just go through edges just by staying within the region. This would not be valid as a region because to get from this cell to any other cell in the region, you cannot go through edges or you would have to go outside the region, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one has to go through a corner, or it has to go outside the region to connect to any other cell in the region. In addition, for another example, this is also not valid. Multiple reasons, because this cell can't get to any other cell in the region by going through edges while staying within the region. These two cells can go to each other by going through edges, but it cannot go to any other cell in the region that way. Anyways, those are examples of how chaos construction and regions that must be orthogonally connected work. And this is the other rule set here, which is remote sums. A value x in a cage points to a second value y located x cells away either vertically or horizontally. And the number in the top left corner of the cage indicates the sum of x and y. For every remote sum, both x and y must be in the same region. And immediately after y, there must be a region border or the edge of the grid. Interesting. Okay. So for a value x in a cage points to a second y location, which is x cells away. So for example, if this were, say, a 3, there would have to be a cell that's 3 away from here, which would be either here, here, or here. Can't go this way. And it would have to have a y, which adds up to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So it would have to be 6, right? It would also have to be part of the same region. So this would have to be essentially, say this was pink, and say it went this way. It would have to have a pink here if it went this way. And they have to be in the same region. And immediately after y, which is here, you have to have a boundary. So you have to have a boundary here. Well, we can use dark because we don't have any other dark cells here. Or the edge of a grid, right? So it could work this way, 3 and then, well, that's essentially a region border anyways, right? Because the entire edge of the border, edge of the grid is a border. So that's an example of how these remote sums work. Okay, and those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, first things first, we have a 16 here. None of the digits in these cages can ever contain a 9. This cannot be 9 away, and it could be 7 or 8. And then you could have 8 or 9 going this way or this way. If it's 8 going this way, this could be a 6 going this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away would be an 8, right? So you have 8 going this way. Oh, you can't have 8 and 8 in the same row, which it would have to be if it's 8 and 8. It cannot go 9 away, therefore this is a 7. So it's 7 away, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be an 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which would be 8, which would be have to be a 9. But then this can't add up to 14 with this digit anymore, right? It can't be 6 and 8. So if it cannot go this way, because then these would be in the same region. And you can't go around this way, because that would be too big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And anyways, this would not be part... Yeah, it just wouldn't work. So this has to go this way. So this has to be part of this. We'll make that all light. Actually, let's just make it green. So this is all green, and it has to be 8 away, so this must be 9. This could be part of something else. It's not 1, so you cannot... Oh, you could have 1 away. You can't have 9 in any of the cages. This has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 9 away. Sorry, 6, 7, or 6 away, sorry. It'd be 6 or 7 away. So you could go that way, 6 and 9. You cannot go 6 and 9 this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't go 6 away this way. This has to be 5 and 9 or 6 and 8. Well, you can't go 9 because 9. So if you could go 9 away would guarantee... Well, you can't go 9 away. You can go 8 away if this is the other digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then that would block off these two by itself as regions. Okay, let's also mark the border. So we're guaranteed this is a border. This is 7, and this must be a border here. Because, again, it ends in a border, so this is a separate region. So we know that's red, and it has to go this way. Cannot go here. This has to be 1 through 6. It could be 1 here, and then that's 6. That's possible. 2 and 5. 3 and 4. 4 and 3. 5 and 2. 6 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say this was 7. Okay, so say this was 1 and 6. That would force us to be 7 away and 7 and 8. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. You could only go this way. So it'd have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away. So that would be 7 and 8. This would have to be 8 going in a certain direction, which is impossible, because it would have to be in the same region. But the problem is this is a separate region than this. Because this would be 8 long. This is already 8 long, so you can only have an extra digit here. So you cannot have... It would not be able to be 7 here with 8 here. Essentially. But this could potentially be 7 and 8. Because this would have to be 8, and then it would have to be next to a 1, 8 cells away, which is impossible. Again, because it can't go this way, and these can't be the same region, if that's the case. Can't go this way, because that's only 7 at most. So this can't actually ever be 8. So if this was 6, this has to be 9 here because it can't be here. If this is 7, it has to be 8 here. And then green would have to go that way. That's interesting. Oh, that doesn't work. Say this is 7. If this is 7 and this is 8, the problem is this has to be a region by itself, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the 8th and 9th. And then this does not add up to 7 with another digit in its region, which it has to. Because it would be 1 at minimum and 8, which adds up to 9. So this cannot be 7 either way. So this has to be 6. And since this is 6, it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. You could go off of it and then go on to it again. We just know that so we're going to make this light and light. These are the same region, and this is a boundary. So this is 6 and 9 because it cannot go 6 and 9 here. So no 6 there. So this is a boundary, again, because it's too large to be with this green region. What else do we have? 13 can be, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away. So it's up to 7. So it's 4, 5, or 7 here. If we go 7, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'd have to be 7 going this way. We would have 1 potentially going off. You cannot go out and then back here because that's 10. So it would have to be containing all of these digits. And then it could go that way. But the thing is, this blocks off things, right? So can it actually be 7? So even, okay, so if it goes here, how many digits do we have here? We have or cells. We have 2 times 8, 16. You cannot form 2 full regions then with the 16. You need 18 cells, obviously, right? You can take at most 1 green and 1 other one here. And then that would be way too little for 2 regions, and you can't have enough for just one. It would have way too many cells for 1 region. So you can never have a 7 here. It must be 4 or 5 here. So since this is 4 or 5 away, this is guaranteed to be, I guess it could go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's possible. So this could be the same region. This can be 8 away. Okay, so what can this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at most. So 3, 4, 5, or 7. This could be up to 8. So 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay. This digit can go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, no 6 or 7. Interesting. 1 could go down to 1, 9 here, and this could go this way, I guess. Yeah, that's possible. 2 and 8 work. This could go up to 8. This could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is up to 6. This again is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and this is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Interesting. So if we have 4 and 9, they cannot be part of this region. It can't be part of the green region. So we know this is a boundary. 5 and 8 work too. On the edge of a grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you go 8 again? No, you cannot go 8 anymore because that would block this from being in a region with this. And I don't think you can go down, right? If you try to go down, even if it's just 5, this cannot be in the same region as this because these can't be in the same region because you have to have 5, you have to have at least 6 digits here. So this has to go this way. It cannot be 6 and 7. So it must be 5 and 9, and it has to go this way. So this is medium. 1, so this has to be 5. It has to be 9 away there, and there must be a boundary. So this has to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess this could be green. So it could go 4 that way. Cannot go 5 this way. It could go 5 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this medium cannot be part of the same region as light. If we went 5 this way, this would have to essentially be this way. And it could be 1 and 8. That could be possible. So 5 and 9. What you cannot do, though, is go this way. Because then there's too many digits here having the same, which would be in this region only. So say we had this as the same region. Well, obviously you need at least 7 to get that way. But you can go this way. But the problem is it can't be just 4, right? If it's 4, that would force this to be a 9, and we already have a 9 in the region. If we try to make it 5, the problem is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have to connect 8 and 9. And then we have 4 cells in the region that can only be a medium, but that's too many for that. So this has to be separate regions because of that. So then this could be part of red, or it could be its own region. We don't know. We're going to make it pink. So this has to go this way then. So that's light. It cannot go around here. If we try to make this go around, and this has to go this way, and it can only be orthogonally connected to here to add up to 10, because you can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down there. You can't go like that. I guess you could technically. Let's see if that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. Even if you try to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 guaranteed that way. So if we try to get this in another cell in the region, that's not going to happen. Also, you can't be 1 and 9 because of that. This can't be 1 and 9 because we already have a 9 in the region. So this must be part of light. Interesting. So this cannot be 1. It could be 2. It cannot be 4. Because 4 would require the 6 to be in the same region. We already have a 6. So it could be 2 going that way. That seems fine. Or 2 going this way. That seems fine. You cannot have 7 then. Because this is already 7 here. You can only have 2 more going out that way. So this is 2 or 3. If it's 3, 7 would have to be here. If it's 2, it could go 2 and 8 here or 2 and 8 here. We don't know right now. Interesting. Okay. So we have what else do we have? Oh, this can't be 1 anymore because that means 6 would have to be here, which is not allowed. We could... No, we cannot go around. If we try going around this way, to not be part of that region, the problem is we need to get red somewhere here, which would block this from any other region. So this has to be red. Okay. So if this is 2 away, this would have to be 5, so this can't be 2 away. We know green needs a 6, so this can't be 6 then. Because the green only has 1 more cell, and it's somewhere in column 2. Same with this. Okay, so red has to be with 3, 4, or 5 here. Again, cannot go out and then back in. Because if it tried to go back out and back in, it would block the cells that are in between from forming a region. So this has to be red. So 3... if this is 3, this would then be 4. 1, 2, 3 away. If this is 4, this would be 3. If this is 5, this would be 2. Okay. This can no longer go 8 away, because these are separate regions. It cannot go 7 away. It could go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 6 this way, but no. Cannot go 6 this way. Because if it does, pink is blocked in and can't be a region. So 6 this way would force this to be 4. Okay, so what happens if this is 6? If this is 6, this would be 4. 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. That would be 4. This could not be 3, 4. This would be 5 and 2. 1, 2, 3. So 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4 would have to be 8. Oh, but that doesn't work. Because the problem is that if you have four-way, it has to have a region border right after it. So that does not work. So this cannot be 6. This is 1 through 4. Can this then go the same direction this way? I don't think so, right? If we try to go the same direction, they would both have to block off and have a boundary there. And you can't go in and back out again, as we've shown on these borders, because then this would not have a region in between. So say this was 3. This would have to be 1, 2, 3. That would be 4. And it could not go this way, because it would have to be 1 away and 9. What about if this is 4? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 3. And it would be 2 away, but it would have to be 8, so that's not possible. What about 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 5 and 2. And this would be 1, 2, 3 away. So no, this has to go this way. So that has to go that way. If this is 1 only, that would be 9 here, so that's not possible because of the 9 in the row. So it has to be at least 2. Could be 2 and 8, 3. So if this is a 3, 4 pair, that forces this to be a 2, which means we cannot have 2 in the rest of row 9, because either this is 5 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away, which would force this to be 3 or 4, or this is 2 away. This would be 8, and this would be a 3, 4 pair somewhere here. Okay. Interesting. If this was 8 this way, does that work? 8 would force this. Okay, 7 I don't think works. 7 would be forcing this to be 5, because it can't go this way. We know this stops somewhere here. And if it goes 7 and 5 this way, the 5 would have to go back this way, and that doesn't work because then it would have to have a border this way. So that does not work. So 7 specifically does not work. 8, I think, also has problems too. If this is 8, this would have to be 4. Where would this go, right? It can't go back to here because it would have to be 1 away, but that's not 1 away. Yeah, so 8 doesn't work either here. So this is 3, 4, 5. This then cannot be 7, because 7 away would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that would be 7 and 2. So that doesn't work. This is always going in one of these two directions. Guaranteed. This could go this way. This can't be 8. That's 2. The green region can't be that large. Even does this work? I don't think so, right? If you block off this, you are left with 4 times 9, which is 36, minus 4. That's 32. And you have 32, 3 regions plus 5 extras. But you only have 2 regions which can absorb it, one of which already has 8, another which has 8. And yeah, it's too large. So this cannot be 7. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6. So we have 3, 4, 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be that way. If we tried going this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these would have to be part of the same region, which obviously can't work. Say this was 3 going this way. 1, 2, 3, then this would be 3 and 9. The problem, though, would be this can't be 3 here. So this would have to be 4, 5 away. If it's 4, it would be with 3, which is not allowed. So it would have to be 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this would be in 2 regions at once. So it cannot go 3 this way. What about 4 this way? I think we have the same problem. If we go 4 this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, then, right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 8. The problem is this cannot be 3 and 4 as a pair. It would be 5 and 2. 5 would have to go here, and then this would be part of the same, of multiple regions, which is not allowed. So this is always going this way. If you go 5 this way, obviously, then this is all the same region, which is not going to be work because of this 3, 4, 5. So this has to go this way. So it has to be at least 3 away. So this is the same region. If this was 4, well, actually, if it's 3, 1, 2, 3, that could be 9. If it's 4, does not work, because if it's 4, this would have to be 8. And then this would have to be 8 away, which is not working. So this is 3 or 5 away. This cannot go 5. Because if it's 5, it would have to go this way. Can it go 4? 1, so 1, 2, 3 is the max. So this is 1, 2, or 3 then. So can it go 3 away? 1, 2, 3, this would have to be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as a whole region. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, that's not allowed. So this can't even be 3. This is 1 or 2. Interesting. This cannot be 1 away. If we try to make this 1 away, I guess it could be 1, 9. Could be 1, 9. No, that doesn't work. If we cannot go 1, 9 there, if we try to go 1, 9 here, this has to be 2 and 7. But then it has to be 2 that way, which would mean this cell is part of 2 regions. So this cannot be 1. 2 away does work if it goes this way, and it can go this way too. No, 2 cannot go this way. I think this has to go this way no matter what then, right? If we try going 2 this way, 2 obviously this way doesn't work because you have no boundary there. 3 this way doesn't work. 4 this way doesn't work. 4 this way doesn't work because it have to be, it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 this way would have to be 4 with 6. But then this would have to be going to a boundary there as 1. And 1 and 6 doesn't add up to 9. So 6 cannot go this way. 6 can't go either of these ways. 4 cannot go this way. If we tried going 4 this way, that's 4 and at most 5, which doesn't add up to 10. And if we have 4 and 6 going this way, this has to go with a digit. So I have to be 1 and 6, but that doesn't add up to 9. So 4 can't go this way. Can 3 cannot go this way because there's no boundary. If we try to have 3 go this way, the problem is this has to go to a boundary also, and that doesn't work. So 3 has to go this way. And then I think we've proven 2 cannot go this way because it'd be 2 and 8, but then this would have to be 1 and 8. So this is always going this way, but it could be part of blue. We don't actually know, right? So it's at least 2 away here. And it could be part of blue. We're not certain of that if there's a border, right? There could be, or might not be, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells in the red region. If this is 2, this has to be 3 away, and it must be 7. But then it would have to be like this, and then this would have to go around here. And then this would never be 2. Because you can only go 2 away this way. So if we tried to have this go 2 away, it'd be 1, 2. This would be 2 and 7. This then would have to be 3. So it'd have to go 1, 2, 3. Cannot go here because that would be too many cells for the light region, right? You'd have 7 here and then another 3 here. That's 10. So it would have to go this way, 3 and 7. The medium would have to grow this way, and that would be too large. So this cannot be 2. This must be 1. And it must be 1 and 8. It could be 1, 8 here. That would be fine. No, it cannot. Well, it could be 1, 8 here. It just cannot be part of medium. If it were part of medium, the problem is medium's missing a 7. So this cannot go this way then. This has to interrupt the light somewhere. So it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Somewhere. And it must be a 7 here. So this can never be 3. And it can't be 2 going this way. So it has to be 2 going this way. Right? If it's 2 going this way, the problem is medium does go down here. Well, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, that's too big. The 2 going this way is only if it connects all the way here, but it can't connect all the way here because the medium would have to go here, and then the medium would not have a 7 available. So this has to go this way. So this is light 2, and which means it goes with 8. The medium needs access to this row, and it needs to be a 7. So then the medium would be all done here. The light has to connect this way. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a boundary. That means this has to go down. So this is 1 and 8. Wait, and that's done as a boundary. That's not good. Where did I mess up? Okay, I don't know where I messed up here. Hmm. Dang it. Shoot. Yeah, because this is forcing this, right? Because you have to have 6 and 9 here. So we can't have a 1, 9 here, or 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah. 8, 9. This just doesn't work. Oh. So how does this work then? Because you can only get one digit here. Then it completes that way. And you can't have a 2 anymore. You can't have 3. We tried having 3 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. Could work, but this is 7 here, 8, 9, 10 as a region, and that's too large. uh, dang it. So the problem is we can't have a 1 here and 8 here because then this is done as a region and this has to be a border, right? But this medium region is already filled out, so this can't be part of the medium region. So then how does that work? We can't. If it's 1, it has to go that way, right? If it's 2, the problem is it can't be 2, right? Then that forces us to be 3, 7. We have the same problem again, right? Was there a bad assumption here? I basically already did a puzzle where I had a bad assumption and I couldn't find it. So I basically scrapped that video. But now I'm having another problem with a bad assumption and I don't know where the bad assumption is. Okay, so can't be 8 and 8. Can't be 9 away. It has to be 7 and 9. And if we tried going 7 this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The problem is you can't go 6 away here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because this is 7, and 6 and 7 add up to 13. And then you can't have 5, 9 here because, and you can't go this way, going 5 or 9. So it has to be going this way. So therefore, this must go this way. 7 and 9, and then we have a boundary. This has to be, cannot go that way. Well, it's really this, right? If we tried to have going this way. Oh, it could be going this way. Couldn't it? No. Yes? Huh. Yeah, maybe it could go this way. Well, no. The problem is this, right? The problem, well, interesting. So this is leading to a contradiction here. Maybe it can't be 6. Maybe it has to be 7. Well, it can't be 7 here in this digit. But it could potentially be 7 this way in this digit. No, but then the problem is, where does this go? So say that's 7 and 8, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away, but then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. So that's what have to be 6 and 8, which adds up to 13. That's the reason why this can't be 7 that way, because of this cell here. Because this cannot go this way because you already have 9 digits here. So that's why it can't be 7. And we tried 7 that way. That doesn't work either because 7 and 8, then this has to be 8 away and going to 1. You can't go 8 away and go 1 here because these are separate regions. Because that's too large. So this has to be 6. And it can't go this way because of the same problem with this. 6 and 9. 4 and 9 away would have to be that way. And 5 and 8 would be stopped. I mean, this couldn't be 9. So this has to be 6 and 9 this way anyways, because this can't be 9. So that's the reason why it has to go that way. And because it has to connect here, this can't go at least 5 this way, because that would block this from connecting to there. So this has to go this way. which means it can't be 6, can't be 8. It has to be 5 going that way, which is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away is 9. So this must all be connected. This has to go this way. We tried to avoid this, but it doesn't work because it would have to be 1 and 9 going that way only, because you can't go more than 1 off. Avoid 1 cell in row 2 at most. But then we keep running into the problem that we keep running into, right? Jeez. Shoot. What do I do with this then? This one I can see potentially problems with some of my assumptions. The other puzzle I did, I just could not see a problem with what my assumptions, but it obviously had to be. But here I can see potentially a lot of problems, but I don't know where. Um, hmm. So the problem is, again, it would have to go like that. And then 1, 8 doesn't work because it can't go that way. This sucks. Oh. No, 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 no. Okay, I see it. This is 2 away, but it doesn't have to go here. It can go around this way. And then that works. Okay. Yes, I like that. Okay, so then that's the assumption I was missing. So if we tried going this way, the problem is this becomes 1 and 8, and this is done there, right? So we have 1, 8. This we're going to mark as dark, and then this must be a border. So to get out, again, this cannot be part of the same as medium, because medium's just, to get here, it would be too large of the region. So dark has to go here. It has to exit out this way, because there's no other way, which means light has to go this way. That's the bad assumption I was making. So then this has to be the medium. We have light going around here, and it has to do that because that's the... But wait, no. Then it has to have a boundary here. That's why it had to have a boundary here. Oh. Oh, man, I thought I'd solved it. It didn't solve it at all. No. Oh, mate. No, but it can't be 3 and 7 because this has to be a 7 here. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. I thought I solved it, and then we have the same problem. So on the edges, you're stuck because you can't go around a border, a block, a cell, because the problem is that cell can't be part of a region then. You could go around here, but then there has to be a border here because it's 2 away. And you can't have 3 and 7. And that doesn't even work. Because then it would be blocking border that way. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is another failure then. I'm messing up this. I don't... And the problem is I don't know where the assumption is wrong here. This is annoying. That's two friggin' puzzles that I can't solve because I can't see the friggin' bad assumption I'm making. I thought I'd solved it, and then turns out no.